now, he has to give me a hydration pack.
Okay.
So the first thing they're going to have to make sure the hydration pack has is water.
Okay.
And what is it going to have? It's going to have 2.5 liters of water. 3 bottles. Dusty, full, dusty, full, dusty, half. You're going to give me 2.5 liters.
You forgot to draw the line on the half of the bottle.
You're going to pour the 2.5 liters into the hydration. If there's any water left in the hydration pack that I give you, pour it out.
Okay.
And put 2.5 liters of cold water. And then what you can do is, if you want to, so the hydration pack is cold before you see me, you can just have it on top of the ice. No big deal. So that it maintains cold. But the hydration pack will keep it fairly cold. Okay. And each of you that needs water is also going to be in the refrigerator with your name and the amount of water that you need to give me. I'm going to pour it in. If there's any old water, you're just going to dump it. You pour it in. You close it tight like this. Take all the air out so there's no air. Close it tight so it doesn't leak. Go like this, and then you just stuff it in like this. It'll be heavy. It'll be heavy. Inside here, by the way, just so that you know, there is an IT band. This is in case I have problems with my IT band. It's often that in long races the IT band hurts. And this is a knee band because I have problems with one of my knees. So if my knee hurts, I will use it. Since I'm going to be having this with me all the way to Duncan Canyon, I feel comfortable. If something is hurting, I will take it out, put it on, and then if everything is going fine, I may not even take it from Dusty Corner to Robinson Flat, because at Robinson Flat, in her first aid kit, there's an extra set. Only in her first aid kit. Because then, when I see you back at Dusty Corner, I get this back again, which goes all the way to Michigan Bluff. But we'll talk about that some more. So Jose Valdez is going to have this full of water.
Where am I going to be able to have the car? Because supposedly, to keep it cool, I'd have to have it in the cooler, right?
No.
One of these is full.
One of them is full of ice.
Okay.
So you have ice in one. This one has ice.
Okay.
And this one does not. So what you're going to have is this one with ice.
Put the hydration pack on the cooler.
Yeah, on top.
Okay.
Make sure it doesn't get and more or less you're going to judge when I'm going to get there.
So the coolers in the car are to replace the ice on these bags.
The cooler in the car is for two things: to replace ice as you need it, and to keep your stuff, your sandwiches, your water, the stuff that you're going to need for you.
Okay.
Because it's a long day, you're going to need stuff for yourself.
And it doesn't matter if that's on the ice and gets wet. You don't care if it's a little wet or whatever, because you're wet.
I'm going to be so wet. Don't be so wet.
Okay.
Now, Dusty Corners, this is what I need. And this one is going to be fairly important because from Dusty Corners, which is a mile, mile 38, I'm not going to see you guys until mile 55. And that's the most difficult section of the course. That's the most difficult canyon. So, you're going to give me all these goos. But he says you're going to load the vanilla first on the I'll show you.
Now this is me that's doing it, right?
Yeah, this is you. You're going to love this.
You can refer to video if you can confuse.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm taking the video. I'm going to study it tonight. It's so complicated.
He says load this first. The reason why I'm saying to load this first is because I'm going to use this last. I'm not going to have any caffeine from the beginning until about 5 miles after Dusty Corners. When the canyons start, I start taking caffeine, so it helps in going up the canyons. Vanilla has caffeines, lemon doesn't have caffeine. So the first 3 that I'm going to use have no caffeine. So that's why I said load this last so that I can get them out first. Where do you load these? This you're going to load them. I've created a special pocket here. It's an extra pocket. You load them here, like this. You keep loading them all the way down. And and just check to make sure that there's not rough edges. Keep loading them. So you load this first, and then at the end, when you have room, and by the way, there's room in both sides, then you load this at the end so that I can get them first. Right. Now try to load them so that all 3 of the
non-caffeine
non-caffeine are in the same place, so that I'll see them once I grab one. It says, okay, that's where they are. Okay, so you're going to have that loaded.
I hope I get an extra bonus for all this work.
You're going to, what, sweetheart?
The t-shirts say I'm paid.
Yes, I know.
But but mine have additional complexities.
You're going to
No,
load
wait till you
this.
hear mine.
And you know what double of nothing is,
Yeah,
right?
you know, if this was a union shop, I'd get a bigger, higher wage.
You're going to load this in the front pouch. Now remember, I'm going to give you this stuff that is going to be full of garbage and stuff like that. So empty everything else that I have. You know, when I give it to you, empty it and give me fresh stuff. And this you'll put into this pocket. Put this.
So all of this I'm going to have to be doing between the first one, which is
and the second.
in the second.
Hours.
You'll have plenty of time. You have hours. You're going to be bored out of your mind. So you load this 3 here, and then the salt last, because the salt I take every half hour. The other ones I'm not going to take as often. Leave them there, and you put the toilet paper. If there's no toilet paper in the back, there may still be toilet paper because I haven't used it. Unlikely, I probably will have used it, but maybe not. You just put it right here. And off I go. You give me that, and I go. You can't get confused. Everything is in here. There's there. 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 And this one says Dusty Corner, so you cannot get confused between, you know, the aid stations.
You know, now I see why my wife loves Ziploc bags so much. It's a Suarez thing. She gets everything into Ziploc bags.
She has every possible size.
Everything. She's got,
I've been the recipient from her of Ziploc.
yeah, she goes all the way from the quarts to the 2-gallon.
So you have in the same bag, you're going to have Dusty Corners in Duncan Canyon. Okay, same bag. No, just don't be confused. Now, because I will have been going through a lot of snow, it is possible, 2 things. I maybe have a lot of blisters, but the snow will freeze my shoes. And if the shoes freeze, then you have no cushion. And if you have no cushion, then it's very, very difficult. So I may change shoes. I may change shoes at 3 locations. I'm going to change shoes at most twice, but only up to 3 locations. I may change it at Dusty Corner or Forest Hill, one or the other. If I change it at Dusty Corner, I'm not going to change it at Forest Hill. And I may change it at Rocky Chucky for the last 20 miles.
Well, you may not, though.
I may not, because this time we're not going to be crossing the river with. We're not going to be crossing the river. We're going to be using the boats because.
So I'm going to be taking a shoe pack in addition
so
to.
you're going to have a shoe pack as well.
Okay.
Now, if I don't use this, you have to give it to Trish.
Okay.
Because I may need it at Forest Hill. Okay. So you also have a shoe pack.
Well, anyway, Mosquito Creek Road ends at Forest Hill, so I have to go back there anyway.
Yes. Yes, exactly. And then on this, again, I would just have it like this. Don't open it up. Just have it like that, so that so that nothing. So when I come to your aid station, this you will have given me. Your aid station for Eduardo is going to look like this. As a matter of fact, you don't even need this if I have that, but forget about it. Don't worry about it. Your aid station is going to look like this in front of you, and then the rest of the stuff you're just giving me. And that's in case I need it. Most likely, I hope. My goal is not to change shoes, not to do anything. My goal is to see you and go. So
I'll put the
won't
4
need
things in the 2 stations anyway, just in
anything. You can
case.
if you want.
Yeah, just not to get too confused.
So we have that. Don't drink the water from my feet.
Come on, Theo. Great time over there. That's the station. The glasses.
Running with the hydration pack, and I come to Michigan Bluff. At Michigan Bluff is a great aid station. Michigan Bluff, they're selling hamburgers, they're selling hot dogs. Where most people drop is at Michigan Bluff. That's mile 55. You've come up a 2.5-mile canyon that has climbed about maybe 1,500 feet. Very, very hot. last year Patricia saw people.
God, I
that,
was walking like.
it is a very, very
scary,
tough climb.
Scary.
So you come there, and it's a great aid station to see all the front runners. I mean, you may not get there to see the front runners because you're waiting for me, but it's just an awesome aid station to see. When I get there, there's a road that comes to Michigan Bluff, and before the official aid station, the official aid station is, I'm going to have to get a medical check there. But before I get to the official aid station, I'm going to drop my pack. And I'm going to drop it, and you're going to pick it up. Because this is what you're going to need at Rocky Chucky. So the one that Jose Eduardo gives me is the one that you're going to need at Rocky Chucky. So I drop it. So you're responsible for making sure that you get this at Michigan Bluff.
At Michigan Bluff.
At Michigan Bluff. So you have to be at Michigan Bluff to get this, okay? So I drop this, and then at Michigan Bluff, Joseph takes over, okay? And
In order to get to Michigan Bluff, you got to park and take a bus down. So you got to have a little extra time to catch the bus and get the bus. It's not a long distance, but.
so Michigan Bluff, Joseph, you're going to be with Mom, and what you're going to give me right after the aid station, you're going to give me 2 bottles with Gatorade, filled with Gatorade, cold Gatorade. There's going to be a 3rd bottle of Gatorade in case I need it, just in case. Okay, so I run from Michigan Bluff. I come to the bottom of Bath Road. Last time my pacer was not there.
I was there.
Changing. It's changing. I remember
This
going,
time,
Joe, don't you have to
my
change?
pacer's going to be there.
Where did I meet you? 100 yards from the
My
bottom?
pacer was not at the bottom.
100 yards from the bottom.
This time my pacer's going to be there. It's going to
Otherwise,
give me
it's
half
demoralizing otherwise.
a caffeine tablet, and 1 salt tablet, and 1 Gatorade. That's all that my pacer has to do. Just give me this.
And be there.
And be there for me and push me up.
Wait, can you hold those up again? Because I needed pictures to refer back to.
Yes.
Bath Road, bottom of Bath Road. This is all you need.
Okay, I gotta develop this picture before tomorrow. I'll carry it with me.
Joe, don't get this wet. It's my salt. No need for it to be cold.
I got you.
You didn't even get a bag.
That's all you
That's
have. Bottom of Bath Road. Goes to the bottom of Bath Road. Gives me that. He's going to take my bottles. I'm going to give him my
get
bottles.
Gatorade from Trish at Forest Hill.
At Forest Hill, there's a bottle. There's a bag that has 3 bottles of Gatorade. You get 1 from Trish at Forest Hill.
Got it.
They're all nice and cold.
But I'm at Michigan Bluff, so I'm going to have to do the quick maneuver from
But
Michigan Bluff
you'll have
to,
plenty of time
yeah,
to get.
I know, but
And it's
But
unlikely that I won't.
I know, yeah.
You guys will
I know, I was okay last
You
time.
guys fill in the details.
Yeah.
Joe pushes me up the hill. I'm going to try to run some of it. I know he pushes me up the hill, and I'll give you instructions. So I would say, "Hey, Joe, when I get to Michigan Bluff, you're going to ask me, Jose, what are you going to want in your water bottles at Forest Hill? Are you going to want Propel? Are you want Gatorade? What are you going to want? Propeller, and I'll tell you. Or I say, I don't know yet. I'll have Joe tell you.
Okay.
I get to Bath Road. Joe gives me that. I give him my empty water bottles. He pushes me all the way to the top of the hill and then takes off much faster. And comes to Forest Hill.
So Joe can leave you, and you're going to run with Jose Eduardo.
Exactly.
Joe can leave you and come and get to me a few minutes earlier.
And then says, hey,
Yeah.
Jose Arturo is coming. That's the only aid station that you can really come in before.
Hey guys.
Doing it. Awesome. Awesome.
Hey, you gotta bring my stuff down.
Vamos, tío. Vamos, vamos, va bien. Sorry.
Take this and bring my stuff down, okay?
All right.